greatest economic threat to Nebraska, now and in the future, is the continuing loss of young people.
Since 1993, the Nebraska Community Foundation has worked to stem the tide of outmigration.
And if we can figure out ways to attract young people back to the region where they grew up, that's something that's going to be a real economic driver for all of Nebraska.
In 2005, NCF began working with local leaders in Stewart and Atkinson to foster collaboration and entrepreneurial support. Soon after, O'Neill jumped on the bandwagon, and eventually all 9 municipalities in Holt County agreed to support a local economic development office. Nicole Sedlacek was named executive director.
Well, Nicole, it's great to be in Holt County. I've had a chance to drive through several communities in the area, and you can feel something in the air here. What's going on with community and economic development?
In Holt County, we have a lot of new businesses starting up and businesses expanding. Of course, the ag community is growing right now, and we have just kind of a renewed sense of community and excitement in our rural communities here in Holt County. In the last 5 years, we've seen over 100 families return to Holt County.
Trent Shoemaker grew up in O'Neill, and he went to Oregon to attend chiropractic school. His wife Tiffany was from an urban part of Arizona.
When Trent and I actually first got married, I told him I would never, ever, ever live in a small town. Here I am, 8 years later. What made us move here was when we started having kids, and we realized that I would much rather have them raised in a small, tight community than in the big city where I was raised.
When they considered moving back to O'Neill, they saw an opportunity to establish a new wellness practice offering chiropractic care, massage therapy, and yoga.
I think that a lot of folks are starting to think a little bit more like entrepreneurs. There's a little more people wanting to go into business for themselves.
Mike Kratz bought a local heating and air conditioning business.
There's a lot of opportunity in our area. I really believe that. There's a lot of untapped markets yet.
Which is a testament to the success of Nebraska Community Foundation's hometown competitiveness model.
The youth component, the entrepreneurship, the leadership development, and the philanthropy piece to the hometown competitiveness framework has really been our framework for Holt County Economic Development Agency.
Instead of looking outside the area, looking to government, looking to outsiders for help sustaining their area, hometown competitiveness is really about generating and perpetuating that from within.
I think we have to start with, certainly there are experts from the outside that can come in and give you good advice, help you learn new skills, facilitate a conversation, build a plan, all those great things. But the only way that something happens is because leadership in that community commits itself to making that happen.
Verdigris farmer Rudy Ellis saw that progress was happening, so he made a $2.3 million bequest to the Nebraska Community Foundation to see that it continued after his passing.
Rudy Ellis was a modest man that didn't believe in a handout, he believed in a hand up.
He wanted to kind of catalyze business development in the area that he was from, that he felt connected to, that he felt was important to sustain.
With the funding from that gift, we've been able to reach out either through educational venues to bring trainings and programs to entrepreneurs and businesses, but then also to provide that technical assistance that is needed.
Ewing native Andy Rotherham took advantage of those services when he decided to buy the local grocery store. Holt County Economic Development helped Rotherham develop a business plan and secure financing, and they brought him together with other young business owners.
I never had anything to do with owning a business or the grocery business or anything like that, and to sit down with people and hear them have the same worries or same thoughts or ideas as you made you feel like there's other people out there doing the same thing.
There's a Holt County Young Professional group that is other young adults doing kind of similar things, and so there's been that kind of support system, and Nicole's really been kind of fundamental in getting us plugged into that.
Holt County Economic Development has helped us get some funding for a new addition that we're in the process of building on the back of our shop.
These young business owners are evidence that the tide of outmigration may be turning. But while these returning sons and daughters appreciate the small town quality of life, they also miss amenities that bigger cities offer.
I think I've been the most surprised that we don't have a farmer's market.
Just with me being a real arts person, there's not a whole lot of that around here. And so I would like to eventually maybe see like a children's theater get started or different kind of aspects like that.
There's huge advantages in young people going away to college, going off for a few years to live in a metropolitan area, but then coming back home and bringing all of those worldly experiences with them.
And these young entrepreneurs bring something else to the community: jobs.
In the last 2 years, we've grown from the 2 employees we started this business with to 8.
There's a lot of younger guys coming back and farming for their dad or taking over existing businesses and stuff. So I think Ewing will be here for a while.
It appears that 3 out of 4 legs of the hometown competitiveness model, youth engagement, entrepreneurship support, and philanthropy, are on solid ground in Holt County. That leaves leadership development.
And I've talked to a few of the older folks in the community about that, and a few of them, make comments like, you'd be great for the city council or things like that.
It's critical that the younger people in these communities get involved in leadership roles and realize how important their involvement is.
I'm not old enough is the first thing I think, and then I think, well, maybe someday, and I guess maybe someday it'll come faster than I thought.
There's a lot of potential for younger people to come back here, but we have to give in order to get. And so we're hoping next year to do a community garden and just keep promoting health, just keep showing people that there's easy ways to do awesome things and to help each other out and to do things for each other.
What I'm optimistic about is we're just very much on the front end of this happening. So more and more families are moving back to Holt County, but more and more families are moving back to wherever they call home in Nebraska.